is there anything else on your heart that you want to share this morning?
Well, always thank you, Val Olson. I'm going to start calling you Miss Val. Okay, Miss Val. Forget Tokyo Rose. We've got our new Alberta Rose. Okay. So that's always number one, is thanking your host, and whether people know it or not out there. In case you don't know it, in case it hasn't broken news yet, Val Olson is, I think you're way up there, Val. You're one of the top places internationally to receive true inside scoop news. I'll just say that, and people haven't heard of you, I guarantee you they will. Okay. Secondly, what's on my heart is there's just too much today because it's too heartfelt. So what I will close with is when folks on radio or in the printed word or whatever, they get recommended domain names and causes and places to tune into. They're otherwise known as plugs. I just want to and I'll go off of memory here. It's really important when we plug stuff that folks do it. There's so much information. I'll just start with the ab51vote.com. ab51vote.com. That's the place for eligible Albertans to vote yes, no, or undecided on the question, do you want Alberta to be the 51st state of the United States? If you're not a voter, you can also comment. Full disclosure, Val, I haven't told you this. I got one of the nastiest comments the other day. And I'm still checking. And I mean, no, and it's not bad. No, it's not bad. Hey, we're in the media, Val. Get ready to be criticized, eh? But criticism doesn't bother me when it comes from someone. I'm checking to see even if he was a voter. I don't think he was, but I'll go to the data center on that, Val. But it was just 2 words and began with F, right? And I'm saying, wow, is that your no voters up in Alberta? They have that little class and that little knowledge. So there's my little side note of that. But otherwise, it's been amazing as usual. The referendum vote goes till July 31st. July 31st, midnight. The only thing that disappoints me is it's not quite as active as I thought it would be, given that opportunity and what was committed to open it till July 31st. So I encourage folks to go to ab51vote.com. Secondly, of course, the Val Olson plugs, I'll leave those up to you really when you close out, Val, with your Val Olson radio and your at-home media mom and stuff. It's fabulous, but people need to know where to find us. My website is gregmeakin.com. That's GregMeakin.com. What you'll find there, it'll go right to my homepage. It'll find the Alberta commemorative Alberta 51 jerseys that are going over wonderfully. It'll show my other writings, the trending section, a bio there about Greg. Also, my YouTube channel is simply Greg Meakin. My name, Greg Meakin. There are over 500 videos on there. Folks don't really have to go to Google anything about Alberta 51. They just go to my YouTube channel, issue after issue after issue, both in radio clips and in TV clips and otherwise. I always put it out there as you do, Val. If you have any questions or whatever, give me an email, gregmeakin2020@gmail.com. Unlike younger people, I actually return my emails, Val. Unlike younger people, I actually pick up my phone and return my calls. So on that, and of course the other plugs, don't forget ab51project.com. That is the main funnel of information and source of information on the AB51 movement. That's ab51project.com. Become a member, get active, like, share, etc. And also that wonderful, wonderful Facebook group, which is the Alberta 51st Statehood Group. And they are managed by our mutual friend, Ben Ebel. So go to those sources on the ab51vote.com site alone, Val. And I've said this before. Everything you need to know about the movement is on that site, and simple, including those 2 pages I continue talking about, your daily life in Alberta and what would a state constitution look like. So all the folks out there who are maybe rah-rahing for Alberta 51, which there's a lot, there's there's hundreds of thousands, Val, that are cheering on AB 51, including from the US side of the border, including tens and tens of thousands of military guys and political guys down here. There's a lot of people cheering on AB 51. But now AB 51 people need to lift a finger and do what they need to do, which is vote. It's vote. And support is not to argue amongst ourselves, for sure. That's any group or association happens. We need to fight together, not fight, but we need to work together on a common mission, which is, hello, AB 51, and that's it. That's it. And knowing it's going to start from the U.S. side, so no one needs to worry about anything to do with the U.S. Senate, senators, anything like that. Just worry about Alberta. You know, the old adage, clean your own room, get your ducks in a row, worry about Alberta. And as a team, towards a common mission, which is vote yes, put up a billboard or 2 or 20, make some calls. I'm waiting to hear from some NDP voters. I actually reached out and said, I would like a group of maybe 10 or 20 NDP voters who are either hardcore no's or undecided. Most people are undecided because they don't know the facts, but I'd love a personal conversation with 10, 20 NDP voters. Because I love the choir, Val, but I'm not interested in preaching to the choir. I want to preach and win over lost coins. Right? And lost lambs. These are, how's that? How's the ultimate lost coin as an NDP voter? Or my favorite is the Communist Party, the 377 folks. I'm going to write an article. I love my communists. They tell me the truth. They tell me what they're going to do, what their goals are. There you go. It doesn't matter whether I agree or disagree. But so there we have it. If there's a plug there, it really is to not just listen to these plugs, but to do stuff. And on that wonderful project you're working on, Val, that wonderful project of gathering a group of team members, it's wonderful. And people need to listen to you on that and really join your team on that. And I'm officially going to sign off here.
Hold on. Just stop right there for 1 minute because I just want to touch on something.